The father of one of the Omagh bomb victims says he believes the British and Irish governments are reluctant to have a public inquiry into the atrocity because it would uncover unnerving secrets about security force failings.
Michael Gallagher was speaking following a meeting with the Secretary of State, at which the families of victims of the bombing requested a public inquiry. Aidan Kennedy reports.
The Omagh families arrive at Hillsborough Castle this morning to present their report to the Secretary of State, which they say contains new evidence. They say it shows that authorities on both sides of the border could have prevented the Omagh bombing. However, the report findings cannot be made public for legal reasons. This independent report was commissioned by the Omagh families. It focuses on security intelligence and the investigations into the Omagh bombing. Today, the families presented the report to the Secretary of State and asked him face to face for a public inquiry. The families described today's meeting as constructive. However, Michael Gallagher, whose son Aidan was killed in the bombing, said Owen Paterson would not give them an answer about whether he believed there should be a public inquiry.
I think that the government are going to have some difficulty with granting a public inquiry into Omagh because it will unearth some very unnerving secrets. But we feel, and we told the Secretary of State that there will be uncomfortable truths for both the British and Irish governments, but that's nothing to what the families have had to suffer.
These people have waited a long time, and I know the Secretary of State has to take soundings both locally with the Minister of Justice, with Matt Baggott, the Chief Constable, with his counterparts in the south, in Dublin, but this is not impossible.
So you want to see a timeline in place?
I want to see a timeline, yeah. I can't have this dragging out.
29 people, including a woman pregnant with twins, were murdered in the real IRA atrocity in 1998. But no one has been successfully criminally convicted of the attack. The families are campaigning for a cross-border inquiry and now want to meet with the Chief Constable Matt Baggott and Justice Minister David Ford to discuss the report findings. They had requested a meeting with the Taoiseach but have not yet received a response. The families say that if the Secretary of State refuses to grant a public inquiry, their next step will be to seek a judicial review. Aidan Kennedy, UTV Live, Hillsborough Castle.